All right. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. I hope everyone's had a great week. It's been wonderful for me. It's been increasing the temperature in the Phoenix area, but it's okay. It's summer. So I'm Carrie Sparks, your Arizona title gal, proudly representing Pioneer Title all over the state of Arizona. And I can reach at 602-715-5704. Every Friday, we do a segment on my show that I call Headlines with Suzanne Söderberg. So in a moment, Suzanne's going to talk about a term I never had heard of until we were getting ready to go live today. But I had a couple of coaching calls this week, and as many of you know, my personal business coach is Darryl Turner. Darryl Turner coaches across the country, and there was he always is saying something to me and to our groups when we're in our coaching, and it really stuck with me this week. And think about this, because a lot of the coaching kind of starts getting a little bit generic. Sometimes you hear it too many times, but a situation happened this week, and it kind of, what I'm going to say is it meant a lot to me now, even more than when he usually tells me. But he always says your personal value, your professional value is determined by the size of the problems you solve. I'll say that again. Your value is determined by the size of the problems you solve. Sometimes in business, whether it's someone you work with or someone your customers or whatever, and maybe even in your personal life, you don't ask what somebody needs. And so you're never giving them what they need, therefore decreasing the value. So think about it. Think about the value that you bring to your customer base. Think about the value that you bring to the people that are in your life. It's just kind of sitting with me, so I wanted to share it. I've got a lot of other programs that are going to be coming up next week. My customers are going to be getting another Survey Monkey from me, asking what other types of programming that you would like. So reach out to me again at 602-715-5704. I'm going to relaunch my podcast. You can find me on all the different social media channels, AV Title Gal. But Suzanne, every Friday, I love to see you with your smiling face. And yes, and tell us a little bit about yourself, of course, your licensing information. And from what I understand, we're going to talk about Lis Pendens today. Never heard of it before, but take it from there, Suzanne.
Yes, my name's Suzanne Söderberg with Benchmark Mortgage. My NMLS is 501875. I have been lending for, gosh, I want to say almost 24 years now. And my passion has always been getting families into homes. I focus on our veterans, and also last year decided I really wanted to focus on the divorce arena to have as a niche and just get them set up. So I became a certified divorce lending professional. So there's just some different things on how we can work with them with the mortgages. So I was just I have a newsletter that I send out every month to attorneys, realtors, mediators, what have you. And technically on an application, when I get them in, if someone marks that they are going through a divorce, that's technically a lawsuit. So there's on our declarations, are you currently a party to a lawsuit? Technically, if you filed that, you should be marking yes on it. And then what happens when they're going through the divorce, a Lis Pendens is actually warning the public that a lawsuit is affecting real estate. And it's used in divorce cases for when one spouse is trying to transfer the real estate without the other spouse's knowledge. So it protects that spouse's interest in the property until that final settlement, is reached by the judge and recorded on how to fairly divide the assets. And if failing to record one of these Lis Pendens during a divorce can actually result in a property loss to a buyer. Let's say they go to purchase it, and the Lis Pendens, they didn't know about that. Once that final divorce is awarded by the judge, even if it goes back to the selling party, that borrower that bought will have to give that property back to them. So you just have to go deeper in the title search to be able to see that Lis Pendens that's on there. And
Suzanne,
then
you have a particular designation. I mean, that's something that at no time has anyone ever talked to me about that particular piece, but you have a designation that you got, what, about a year ago or so?
Yep.
Can you talk about that?
Yep, certified divorce lending professional. So I get to put CDLP after my name. And it's basically, I went through a 6-week course just getting in depth with the different, titles and how to take titles and tax consequences and different things and what that we can do and how we can look at a divorce situation compared to, a normal situation. So it was just kind of getting in depth and learning more about how handling, being a financial neutral, because I'm brought in at the divorce process at the beginning. So I just got referred yesterday. An agent had reached out to me with a client, and just to try to get her set up for down the line. It's not happening until maybe, 1-2 years down, but I get to get in at the beginning to say, okay, here's how it needs to be structured. Here's what you're going to need down the line when the divorce is final to have X, Y, Z, A, B, C in the divorce decree. So they are going to have what we call qualifying income. There's income and qualifying income. So it's just learning about all of that on how to get them set up down the line, and just being a neutral at the beginning to say, what can we do to help the party?
Suzanne has, over the last, I can't even believe it, it's like over 2 months we've been doing these segments on Fridays, has gone over so many different pieces that someone who's experienced or is currently or thinking about parting ways with their spouse, you've gone over so many different things. All that stuff, all those videos are hosted over on my YouTube channel, so you can go over there and check me out if you'd like to listen to any of those. But she's a resource. She'll put her business card down below, or your contact information down below, so that if you have a question, that reach out to somebody, reach out to her, and ask the questions. And I just appreciate you, Suzanne, every Friday that you do this. I know how busy you are. I know how the market is right now. We were talking earlier this week about the volume that is being experienced right now in Benchmark, and we Pioneer as well. It has not slowed down, has it?
Yeah. It's been phenomenal. I mean, we're having, just record months and everything. So people are out there purchasing, people are out there refinancing, rates are great. There's deals to be had. I've been hearing nothing but, bidding war after bidding war after bidding war for a lot of the properties out there. So
yeah, I've heard the same thing. Prices are going up.
Yeah, and then because I forgot to say before again, but I mean, I'm here as a resource. So if anyone has any questions regarding anything mortgage wise, divorce mortgage wise, or whatever, my number is 602-206-3439. And like Carrie said, I will put my information down in the comment section later.
Well, with that said, I'm excited to go out again on the road today, appointments outside of my kitchen, and go and see more people. So if someone does not have a current relationship with anyone at Pioneer Title, looking for a different relationship, I'm here to help. I'm here to solve the problems. Just like I mentioned at the beginning of the segment, my value is determined by the size of the problems that I solve. And I'd like to help you solve your problems as it relates to sales and marketing for loan officers and realtors, as well as developers. So please give me a call. Again, 602-715-5704. One other thing, if you have a product, a service, or you're doing something awesome in the community, I'd like to hear from you. Again, I'm going to relaunch my podcast, and the podcast has been called Cool Beans with Carrie, and it's very much community orientated. So if you're active in something, you're doing something great to make our community a better place, I really, really want to talk to you. So again, give me a call. And with that being said, everyone have a beautiful rest of your day and a wonderful weekend. And thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Thanks.